Good wet Monday morning. Yeah. What was that? It sounded like a piece of metal. It is. That's nice. Throw that in the garbage. Anyways, yeah, you probably hear the system running. I'm running yesterday's beans through. So, and as you can tell looking at the sky, yeah, we won't be doing any beans today. We got all of Dalton Road done yesterday, and they were calling for chances of severe thunderstorms. It wasn't severe, at least. We didn't get the high winds, but it poured for a while. So our main objective yesterday was not worry about messing with the dryer and getting that running. It was getting done, getting them dumped, close the top of the wet bin up, get shit put away, which obviously you can see it is, before it rains, which we did about probably an hour, a little over an hour before it started raining. So, and they say chance of rain later today and tomorrow, more, and tomorrow and Wednesday, but then good Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So if that holds true, we could finish next weekend with beans. Yeah, haven't started corn. I'm gonna go grab some ears of corn from up back here and shell them and see what the moisture is. Probably not right at this moment since it's very wet, but so today's video, just wanted to show you a few things. Now you probably won't be able to see this very well, but remember how I said in like a couple videos ago, we tried to monetize two and a half years ago at least, something like that. We figured why not, but Screwtube turned us down, and they would never give you a reason why, just an email saying, no, basically. And not to reply to that email is one of those that you couldn't reply to. So obviously they listened, because they must have heard me talking about it, because now, and you probably can't really read this, so I'll read it to you. Well, you can read the big print. Your channel wasn't accepted for monetization. They finally told me why. It says, review our feedback. Our review found that your channel contains the following: harmful content that focuses on controversial issues, and that is harmful to viewers. Yeah, so my content is harmful to viewers. Yeah, I mean, that's the pussy ass fucking society we live in. It's kind of like the whole disinformation, misinformation thing. Like I said, that somebody wants to say that grass is blue and that sky is green, go for it. If you're a fucking idiot and you believe it, then but yep. So I have harmful content. Yep, that's why they would never let me monetize. Yet there's people on Screwtube that do have conservative thoughts and whatnot, that are monetized. So apparently what they want to do is limit the conservative side. But if you want to trash Trump and be one of those people, holy shit, you can do whatever you want. Now don't subscribe to this person, but Tennessee Brando is a prime example. He must be in, like, I don't know, Memphis, Tennessee, one of the libtard cities, because Tennessee, I would think, is mostly red. But this dude's got over 300,000 subscribers. He got his 100,000 subscriber plaque, and every fucking video is a trash Trump video. Trash the shit out of Trump. But so that's okay. That's not harmful content. Yeah. So now we're gonna go straight into the dipshits, because Sue Anders, some of you that jumped on that when I pinned her comment last time, I don't know what that's all about. Now Sue, I know you're gonna see this, even though you claimed you had subscribed 2 years ago and now you were leaving. That was kind of funny when you left that comment. You got your wish, I'm unsubscribing. Oh no, I lost a subscriber. Sue, please come back. I don't give a flying fuck. Whatever. I mean, jeez. So, of course, she called me a t-shirt grifter. Yep, I am. Push on the Grumpy Farmer apparel. Because can't make any money monetizing because I'm harmful. Oh, and speaking of which, before I get on with Sue, Y'all need to, I'm gonna piss y'all off right now a little bit. Y'all need to wake the fuck up and don't be lazy. With what's going on with social media today, and especially this fucking platform too, who knows when I'll not be here anymore. So yes, Rumble's a little clunky, but once you get used to it, it ain't that bad. Right now I have 301 followers on Rumble. So you might want to go over there and start following. Same thing, the Grumpy Farmer, same videos, everything. Because when this no longer exists for me, at least, this platform, if Rumble doesn't, you know, I'm not going to waste my time for 300 followers is what it amounts to. So, and Jimmy and I could do live streams over there. I got to shut you off and I'll be back. All right, I had a couple texts I had to reply to. Anyways, so Sue Anders, she comes on the last video, and I don't know what I said in that video, but she's like, I have a hard time finding sympathy for farmers. Nobody's asking you for sympathy. I'm simply, I've always said on this channel, you're going to get to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. So when I explain how prices really suck right now, because this administration doesn't give a flying fuck about farmers, and if they bankrupt a bunch of farmers, oh well, I guess we'll eat bugs. I mean, I just sold 3 loads of beans in order to have enough room. I mean, I sold them. They haven't come and got them yet, but hopefully they do in the next 2 or 3 days before the weather gets good again. But I sold them for $9.40 a bushel picked up. Right now, as I've stated before, I can get around $3.70, $3.75 a bushel for corn. Have we seen those prices in the past? Yes. I'm not saying we never have, but we didn't see it when fucking fertilizer was $600, $700 a ton. You know, fuel, seed, all this shit. I mean, you go back 30, 40 years ago when the price of corn was what it is now. Yeah, we were paying $150, $200 a ton for fertilizer. I can remember prepaying my fuel for the entire year at 99 cents a gallon. You know, seed wasn't $275, $300 a bag. Now it's starting to rain again. So, but then Sue went on and on and on, and she just kept more comments about how the banks took their farm in 1985. So obviously Sue seems pretty bitter, because apparently, I'm assuming they were farmers and the 80s were tough. Yeah, we all remember the 80s. We all remember double-digit interest rates, you know, 18%, shit like that. So it's not like you were the only one. But apparently you blame it on the bank that they took your farm. So then all of a sudden she just went, oh my God, it was, you'll have to go back to that video, but whatever, Sue. I mean, if you want to leave, leave. Oh, and then there's this dude. I took a picture of his, it's called Me. Cool dude with the sunglasses. Yeah, sounds like it's all about him. He leaves comments the last few videos and stuff about, you know, how they're not going to tax people making less than $400,000. Well, apparently he's Mr. Big Bucks, and he makes more than that, and he's more than willing to pay his fair share. Give me a fucking break, Me. Anybody who makes a statement like that is either a complete fucking idiot or a liar, because who sits there and says, oh, I want to give the government more money. I want them to tax the living shit out of me so they can send it to fucking Ukraine or Lebanon or Israel or wherever. I mean, give me a fucking break, idiot. Oh my God. So those are your two dipshits for this video. So I don't know. I guess I'll just hold on to it or whatever, and maybe if tomorrow is a little nicer, I'll go grab some ears of corn, not from the test plot obviously, and do some samples and see where our moisture is, because we will be starting corn fairly soon. As soon as we, problem with what's left with beans is I gotta go to Ira and do that farm. I got 5 acres out back still. Well, the last piece that I planted June 2nd, I actually went twice around it. Yeah, they were a little high in moisture, but I needed to get to the field in the back so we could harvest that one, which was planted early. So, but I gotta go to Ira, I gotta do that one, and then I gotta go to Plainville. So the chances of getting it all done in one day is probably slim, just because of the moving shit. So 2 days I can be done with beans, and then if the moisture's right on corn, we'll be getting on corn. Oh, one of the things that I just showed you had said to me was, yeah, if Trump, you know how I made the comment, if Trump gets reelected, he can hold China and Mexico's feet to the fire to, you know, buy the grain from us that they agreed to, that they haven't been since Biden took over, but yet they dump all their cheap shit into this country. Well, me said, oh yeah, maybe Trump can get Mexico to do that, just like he got Mexico to pay for the wall. You know what, dipshit? For what that wall costs, and what was it, $5 million or so that they needed to finish it? Look at what's fucking happening in this country with the people flowing in here. And then, you know, this bullshit, because I know you're probably one that'll say, well, you know, that's this country. We open our arms to all these people that, you know, need a better life. If we're so good at sending fucking billions of dollars all around the world, then why don't we send the money to their fucking country to make their place better so that they're not coming here? There's a thought. No, instead we're letting them empty all their fucking prisons and mental homes and everything else and sending those people here. Oh, that might be harmful content. I don't know. Right there, Screwtube. Which is why you better get over to fucking Rumble, because I could give a shit if I'm even on social media anymore one day. So if it all goes away, it goes away. But if you get on Rumble and we end up there, so be it. Good Tuesday morning. The road is starting to dry off. You can still see it's wet over there. And yes, we got some more rain. Not a lot, 1/10 of an inch. It's raining to the north of us, so it's not as nice of a day as it looks at the moment. I could hear thunder a minute ago. Waiting on a truck coming to get a load of beans, which he takes 35, 36 ton. That'll allow me to finish emptying the wet bin, because I know there's less than that in there. So at least that'll be empty. Hopefully they come and get the other 2 loads that I sold fairly quickly. But so that's the plan for today, and it's not looking like it's going to be any beans, because like I said, we're supposed to get the rain this afternoon, chances. Tonight, chances. Tomorrow, chances. Good Thursday, Friday, Saturday, rain Sunday. Hopefully it's not a lot of rain, and then it's decent Thursday, so it's dry enough to go Friday. Oh, excuse me. One way or another, we're going to be done Friday and Saturday, because even if they're a little wetter, I will dry them in order to be done so we can move on to corn. First load of the year going out. Of anything. Of new crop, obviously. Corn or beans. Yeah, there was somebody in the last video that said too many pods when I did the one up on the bin there, the time lapse. Yeah, too many pods. Isn't that such a horrible sample? Yeah. Stay in your lane, buddy. Stay in your lane. Alright, like I said, that tractor trailer load was enough to finish emptying that. So I got everything fired up and going. He was taking those to the port in Oswego. Michael Brash, you can look that up on your maps. So they'll obviously be going out on a ship eventually. They don't load them directly into a ship. They got big buildings they store them in, and then as the ships come in, they load them up. And as you can see, the sky is, you know, starting to cloud up, because it's gonna rain later. So while we're waiting, because he's gonna take that load and then come back and get a second one, which is good. And then all we'll have to do is get the third one out. Let's take the gator and go up back, pick a half dozen ears of corn. Supper last night is still with me. Changed the moisture tester over to corn, run a sample, see what it's running, so we know what we're looking at for when we start corn after we finish the beans. Then I gotta remember to change it back to beans though, because we ain't done. So I put my sweatshirt back on. It started getting chilly when the clouds get over the sun, and if I'm walking in a cornfield. So let's go see. All right, I just randomly went up back here because I didn't want to go to the test plot. Obviously, grabbed 6 ears and used my handy dandy little hand sheller here that I think it was you, Michael Brash, that gave me that. Get it in here and then run the tester. So I'm going to turn you off for a minute while I'm doing this because I need 2 hands. I'm going to try something. I'm going to open the little sliding door on my one tester. Try and set my GoPro in it. Alright. I'm not going to break this one in half. So hopefully you can see this. You just take this, put it on there. Whoops. Start getting it turning. Grab the cab. A lot easier than doing it by hand or trying to get them all off, you know, just with your hand. You end up with a few on there that you get off, but voila! And chuck it out the door. So there, I showed you the best I could. Alright. So while that's doing it, we put our 250 grams of corn on the scale, or as close to it as we can get. That's a little high. 249 point, oh, 250. 19.8%. So I add a point or two for through the machine. So that would be, okay, I want to dump that in a different pail so that I can do test weight and use the other tester also. Oh, sorry, that was probably loud. I knew it was getting dry. Alright, so put that back on. Alright, I gotta set you down for a second. Sorry, you're gonna be staring at the ceiling. Because I need to pour. Alright, picking you back up now. I needed to pour it into there. And I wanted to make sure. Push that. Says weight, load 250, means dump it in, push test. You can probably hear that rattling. That means the wet bin's emptying out now, so the dryer will be shutting down. 61.8 degrees, 19.9. So the first one was 19.8, the second one was 19.9. I'm not even gonna do a third one because, yeah, it's dry. So now I just put it in this tester. 19.8, same as the other one. 55.9 pound test weight, so 56 pound test weight. And when that gets down to between 14 and 15 after going through the dryer, that'll pick up another point or two. So it looks like we're going to have some heavy test weight corn this year, because yes, for us here, 57, 58 pound test weight is pretty heavy. All right, let me try and hold on to you while I do this one. This one's a little easier. Didn't get quite enough. Alright, fill hopper 4. This is in its automatic shutdown. It's got another 1 minute. And then it'll shut down and just run the fan. Alright, remove hopper. Hang on. Brush. You gotta keep it steady. Yeah, I know. Keep stable. Shut up. I know I rocked it a little. Hopefully this is still accurate. 19.6. Yep, I'll take it. So this one I do 3 samples for an average, and I don't want to fuck it up, so I'm going to do my third, but you don't need to see that. Alright, I'm going to try and do this without shaking too much. That's pretty much right in the center of the bubble. Doing this one-handed. And it's on like 56.5. What this is a plastic cup test weight scale. You just fill it up to the top and you move your scale, you know, back and forth. It's not going to stay in the bubble now because I'm swinging it around, but you can see the numbers. So yeah, it's 56 pounds at 19%. So I'm more, and that tester made it an average of 19.6, where those two were, you know, close to that. Well, what were those two? 19.8, 19.9, so they're close. And if the test weight is 56, it's going to be 58 probably once we get it through the dryer. All right, we're gonna dump that in that pail so we don't get it mixed up with the bean pail when we're doing tests. Okay, so this is no wet grain timeout. So then it gives you 25 minutes that it runs, just to let the fan run to cool down what's in the dryer. Not that it was that hot anyhow, because it was only running a little over 100 degrees, but yeah, so that means there's close to 50 acres of corn right here, you know, here, of course that's the test plot, and there, and up the road, the field. This should all be similar. Obviously around the outsides where there's woods, it's going to be a little higher. And then there's that 25 acres that was planted 3 days later over on Emmerich Road. That should be pretty close. And then the rest of it's still got a little green in it, but it's going to be next week before we get into corn, or at least next weekend. So, all right, here's your one more thing. I'm ending this video. Yeah, stay away for a little longer. It's almost noon, so I told Barb just whatever she's gonna make for lunch, make it. I'll eat out here. And hopefully Dick gets back before the rain starts so we can get that second load out. But yeah, it's not looking pleasant, unfortunately. But that's our weather for today and tomorrow. On and off, on and off. So, all right, well, being the t-shirt grifter I am, make sure you push on the Grumpy Farmer apparel link and get your ass over to Rumble. Start following, because who knows what's going to happen. I mean, if she gets elected, God help us. If she gets elected, it'll be because of, you know, we know why, let's be honest. Combination of close to half of this country is really stupid, and then the other reason. But that's harmful content probably, but whatever. Right there, YouTube. So get over to Rumble. Start following. See you in the next one. And a quick second more thing, because I know people have asked in the comments. No Toby yet. So it's been 8 days. I mean, I'm still hopeful, but it is what it is. Still no Toby.